Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a November general reading for you, intended to cover most of the month of November. If this reading resonates for you, if you enjoy it or find it useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated, and I often forget to ask later along the way. However, I do appreciate and thank all of you for all the support that you do give me. I love your comments and your shares and the ways that I feel you. So thank you for that. Taurus, let's get started with your overall energy for November, the Ten of Swords. It's interesting with this card, a card that usually portends so much struggle, so much difficulty and pain that you've labored under for quite a while. However, this card is telling me that you are breaking a generational pattern. You're breaking some kind of a family trauma in your own life. And of course, this is going to impact many other people within your family or the unit that this is relevant to. This can also be a larger cultural phenomenon that you're experiencing, an ancestral pattern that you are breaking. You have seen and understood the damage and recognized the gifts in the challenges you've gone through. So you've learned these lessons. Whatever it is that you are now breaking free from, you're separating yourself from, is allowing you to move to another level of experience, and is really having providing you with an opportunity to join in this collective or familial healing that you are now experiencing in your life. In the past, Taurus, we have the Hanged Man, the Lovers, and the Two of Coins. You definitely are taking a step back from your experiences in November. You're looking at what you've learned, the things that you once understood about yourself within the context of your family, and the choices that you have made in the past, perhaps unconsciously, and that you are now very consciously making. You're taking responsibility for your choices in a way that is fuller and richer than ever before. And as you are making this choice, you're also integrating what you've learned with the opportunities available to you in the present. So there's a synergy of you attempting to learn the lessons of this break from the past, this separation from pain and suffering that you are experiencing. You are being flooded with a sense of empowerment. Ironically, when we break these chains that have been so difficult to break, the sense of empowerment that comes from that is overwhelming. And that's what I feel you understanding, that your choices now are your choices. You own your choices. When you have chosen partners, opportunities in the past, it may have been in the past a response to an expectation of others, or an expectation of yourself that you gain from others. That is no longer the case. You are now making choices based on what you've learned through your experience is what's best for you in the long term. In your present, we have the Two of Swords, the Devil card, and the Four of Wands. This is beautiful. The Two of Swords allows you, another two, to recognize that you are indeed at a crossroads in your life. And this has been coming up for you, Taurus, in the past. You have an option that superficially looks like one path or another. However, there is still information, there are still experiences that are uncomfortable, that are difficult to look at, that you would prefer to avoid. But you're not having that chance, it appears. In order to get to the other side of the suffering and pain that you've experienced in your life, you must own the difficult choices that you've made in the past, recognizing that you made these choices at some level. Not everything that happens to us is a result of our choices. There are many things outside of our control, but there is something toxic that you chose over and over again, and you are now understanding that that was your choice. You're now owning the responsibility of that, no longer afraid to look at the impact it had, being honest with yourself, really looking in the mirror. So the negative impact that you've ascribed to others, what mom did to me, or what dad did to me, or what other people have done to me, is now you're understanding a choice you made. You chose something when there were other choices available. You didn't have to choose the path you did. And really understanding that is majorly is causing a lot of reflection in your life. You're looking at it primarily as practical, but you're also having to look at the ways in which your attitudes have been shaped by the sense of being a victim. And by releasing that, you are again experiencing this traumatic sense of a spiritual and emotional and cultural foundation that feels like an homecoming. You're releasing the sense that you couldn't do something that was important to you. And now the fact that you can do, you have released that and you can make that choice, make that decision. You recognize a homecoming. You're experiencing this way in which you are returning to who you have always been, freely, with positivity, with optimism for the growth and expansion that you can now build. In your immediate future, we have the Death card, we have the Six of Coins, and we have the Queen of Coins. Taurus, this transition is so major. You are undergoing such a shedding of your skin that you are really looking deeply at the ways in which you have understood all relationships, including the relationship with yourself. You are understanding that giving, overgiving in particular, is not valuable, is even wasteful if it isn't balanced with receiving. And this is a message I'm getting from many of us, because your generosity quite naturally comes out of your resourcefulness, your abundance, your ability to work hard to make the things you want from what you have. This is who you are. This is your talent and genius. In any area, you're able to work in a focused, determined, and practical way, always with an eye to harmonizing and balancing out your efforts. And at this time, you're now realizing that all your relationships must be reciprocal, and that is including your relationship with yourself, which now features self-care, self-loving, making yourself comfortable, increasing your security and stability, building a protection around you because you are generous. You are able to invest in other things. However, it must be with the clear understanding and explicit contract of exchange, not just transactional, but in the sense that the effort you put out, the attention and nurturing you give, you expect that same level of nurturing and attention as possible back to you, to be open to receiving, because this is what fuels this homecoming that you are experiencing at this time. I'm going to clarify the Devil card in the middle of your reading with the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. My goodness. There's so much change occurring in your life, and it is beautiful. The universe is recognizing the tremendous amount of suffering that you have experienced. The Ten of Swords is also, the wheel is number 10 in the major arcana. These are portals. You have been open, have released this portal of abundance and good fortune, opportunities being favored, your new adventures, new beginnings being favored by your ability to release yourself from old stories about who you are and what you can do. You are shedding that, and this is powerful because it is in concert with your answering the call of your spirit, of your soul. You're understanding your purpose. You're aligning yourself with purpose. And that's where this homecoming is bringing you back. And there's been this powerful energy of creative expression, creativity underlying this, what you can do, the balance and harmony that is natural to your sign with the Venus rulership. All aesthetics, all harmony, everything that you want to do, that you were built to do, has to do with beauty, harmony, balance, practicality, stability, increasing the beauty in our world. And here's an opportunity coming back to you, an opportunity for love or achievement or gaining rewards earned, is coming back to you with an opportunity to do this right. Such a beautiful reading, Taurus. I'm going to clarify with the 5-cent tarot, and they're very slippery. So I pulled the Emperor. And one of the reasons I'm using this deck is because I love the vintage flavor, vibe of this card, and the way that Madame Clara, the author of this deck, has integrated animals. So the Emperor shows the upright meaning authority, the reversal meaning control, but I'm going to read the short meaning from her booklet because I like the way she incorporates animals into the meanings of the cards. The authoritative rockhopper crested penguin calls for self-discipline and determination so that you can achieve your goals. He is a fatherly energy regardless of being male or female, and provides and protects. This card calls to solid leadership and good advice from a mentor with the wisdom of the ages. I'm going to leave this here, Taurus. Thank you so much for this powerful reading. I hope it's been helpful to you. And until next time, Namaste.